Hello, this is Anthony with Edible Gardens, and today I'm going to be planting a fruit tree into heavy clay soil. The tree I'm planting is a KSU Benson Pawpaw, which is highly regarded in the pawpaw industry. This tree that we've grafted ourselves, it's about 14 months old. It's really healthy, and we're finding that we're grafting better trees than what we're buying at the moment. So this method of planting into heavy clay soil should work across all fruit trees. This is the hole we dug for the pawpaw tree. This is the soil that has come out of it. It's very dry, hard clay soil. I believe the roots would have problems trying to penetrate that heavy clay soil. So we filled this hole with water last night, trying to prime the hole for water so it's not wicked away from the hole. This is more soil, wetter soil we took out this morning, and we filled the hole again some more with water, and next up we'll plant the pawpaw. Nothing goes in this hole that has any amendments in it. That compost is mainly moss peat. Anything with wood in it would be a disaster down there. It'd be rotting at the roots of the plant. Sand, normal sand, is great amendment for pots especially. Even though it's heavy, it's one of the best amendments for pots and for putting at the end of this hole. So really you want inert materials around this plant. You don't want something down there rotting. So the compost you made at home, that crappy compost that they're selling at the moment with bits of wood chip in it, that's terrible. You could put perlite, moss peat, sand, anything that's inert like that can be in the hole, and I believe it will be much easier to root into than just clay, but I'll be mixing in some of the native clay as well. Some sand, some moss peat and some of the native soil. So here's a neat trick when you're planting potted trees, especially trees that don't like their roots disturbed. Put the pot in the hole, fill up around the hole, tamp down a bit, move the pot around, pull the pot out, and there you go. Perfect hole, the perfect size for the pot before we remove it from the pot. And we can plunk the pawpaw in there, and there should be good contact with the soil. At this stage, if you wanted, you could start to add fertilizer up around the top of the pot. You could add fertilizer all around here if you wanted. I just prefer to wait till I'm finished and I have mulch and start working that way. But that's a neat trick for potted trees. Now, I can pull this out and get ready to plant. A better look at the hole we're planting into, because of the shadow and that you can't see down, but there's about 12 inches of a hole there now that I can pop the pawpaw into. So I'm very happy with that planting. The pawpaws hate root disturbance, and because of the hole we already had for the pot, it just slipped straight in there. If I tried to plant it in a bigger hole, what would have happened is all the roots and moss peat that were around the plant would have fallen off, and it would have been a disaster for the roots especially. But yeah, that was a perfect planting. Now I'm just going to water this in really well, and after that I'm going to start mulching, putting some fertilizer, maybe some chicken manure, seaweed drench or something at the top, and then I'll start with hay on top of that to keep the moisture in the ground. So now she's mulched. I have a cage around here. That's just to hold shade cloth. Pawpaw is very sensitive to full sun for the first couple of years, depending on variety and size and all that, but just to be careful, I'll put shade cloth over it for at least this year. And that's it. That's how we plant a pawpaw at Edible Gardens. Plant a fruit and nut tree. Your grandchildren will be happy you did.